Hey guys, and welcome to I Want My Angst TV Reviews. I'm Sarah, and today we are going to be talking about Netflix's original series, Never Have I Ever, Season 2. And yes, I am still on vacation. Don't at me. Never Have I Ever, just in case you've never heard of it, is a great, hilarious teen series on Netflix about a girl named Davey who is a first-generation Indian girl and just trying to figure out high school while also, keeping true to her Indian roots. In season 1, Davey has locked her eyes on Paxton, who is the hottest guy in school, a varsity swimmer, and that is who she has decided she is just gonna lose her virginity to.
I'm here to have sex with you.
Are you as stoked about season 2 of Never Have I Ever as we are?
Whoa. However, that's not all there is to Davey. She's also known as the paralyzed girl who can all of a sudden walk again. And that is because she is dealing with the trauma and the grief of her father passing. And they do a really good job through Anissa, who plays her therapist, to explain what happens to a person when just trying to process something that terrible. And a lot of Davey's actions in season 1 that bleed into season 2 are all from her kind of acting out because she hasn't quite processed and doesn't quite know how to deal with the loss of her father. By the end of season 1, Davey finds herself in a predicament that she never saw coming. She's in a love triangle with her arch nemesis Ben, as well as the super hot guy Paxton. They both actually seem to really like her, and she likes them back. Season 2 opens up with Davey and her two best girlfriends trying to figure out who she should choose. And in the end, as you see in the trailer, she decides to date both of them without informing Ben or Paxton that this is her choice. Girl.
So you're saying I should just have 2 boyfriends?
Definitely not.
Oh my god. I have 2 boyfriends.
Throughout season 2, I found Davey to become very unlikable. She's incredibly selfish. She's learning really hard lessons. And I appreciated that the love triangle doesn't last very long. This ruse really comes to a head by episode 2 or 3. And then Davey has to just deal with the consequences of her actions, which I really appreciated because this girl has a lot of lessons to learn. Because ultimately Davey is a really selfish character and she's kind of shitty. So all of the trauma and drama that happens this season because of her actions, because of her choices, she actually has to deal with, and in the end does learn valuable lessons on how to be a less heinous human being. And it is very needed. I also liked that in this season we got a purely Paxton episode. With Paxton's episode, we learned so much more about him as a character that we did not touch on in season 1. We learn about his parents and kind of how they're very lackadaisical with him. And Paxton goes through his own journey as well, having to figure out how to become better in school, that he can't just ride on being hot and good at swimming. He has to earn his way into college and also, in a way, become a nicer and better person as well. We're also introduced to a new Indian family and a new girl at the school named Anissa, played by Megan Suri. And I loved this idea because Davey has been the only Indian girl at her school. She's kind of had the monopoly on it. And now this new girl comes in as she has broken up with the boys and is threatening her in a bit because she's super cool. She's very similar. They have lots of similar interests. However, I do feel like once that whole situation is resolved, Anissa just kind of disappears and is no longer poignant in the series. So I don't really like that they used her so much as a tool. I feel like if you were going to introduce such a new, interesting character, that she should stick by. She should be in with the friend group, and we should get to know her more. But, maybe we'll get more of that in season 3 if she sticks around. I guess we'll see.
Oh, hell no.
A couple of other things that I absolutely loved about season 2 is we got so much more Kamala this season. In season 1, we just kind of know that she's, the hot cousin. And in this season, we get to see how smart she is because we all know she's a scientist. And we get to see her really push some boundaries and be in this boys' club of scientists and really just take over and power through everything that she has to go through as a woman in this field. And I loved that for her character. I also love that Mommy has kind of a love interest this season.
Hello, Dr. Bishwa Kumar.
Dr. Jackson.
We have Common as a fellow higher-end, upscale celebrity dermatologist. So I also really like that the mom has a bigger storyline this season as well.
Another level. You kissing? Your father's ashes have barely begun to drift out to sea. I just got overcome with emotion. What are you gonna do at my funeral? Just have sex on top of my grave?
While Davey goes on this incredible character journey for season 2, there are a handful of characters I felt that were left behind that were much bigger in season 1. I mean, first of all, Ben. After like the big explosion, I feel like Ben is the one who didn't progress the most. He is still very annoying, very name-droppy, very arrogant and presumptuous. I felt like as a character, he really just didn't grow at all. And when you have like the juxtaposition with Paxton, who grows a ton, it just doesn't feel like enough for that character. I also thought that Davey's friends were totally left in the dust.
What? Yeah!
When it comes to Eleanor, they just kind of toss her at this child actor and put her in this horrible relationship. And as far as Fabiola, who has that great coming out story in season 1, she's now dating this lovely girl who has heinous friends. Like seriously, the entire season, all they're doing is making fun of her for not being gay enough. And I feel like one episode of that is enough, maybe, and then we need to let it go and let Fabiola be who she is. And I feel like that's super one-noted for a character who was much more interesting in season 1.
Peace out, Virgin.
Overall, I found season 2 of Never Have I Ever to be super enjoyable. I laughed the whole time. I super cringed because dang, Davey made some really questionable choices that are like, when you see it all unfold, you just sit there and feel bad for her, but then you're also like, oh God, why? I don't know. I really hope Never Have I Ever gets a season 2 because the season does end on a really interesting cliffhanger that I am 1000% here for. And my biggest question for you Never Have I Ever fans is, Team Ben or Team Paxton? Let me know in the comments below.
My mom doesn't tell me how to live my life. Megan Thee Stallion does.
Amen, bitch.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm Sarah. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, thumbs up this video, comment, let me know what you think of Never Have I Ever Season 2, and make sure that you ring that bell so you don't miss out on any more angsty videos. Until next time, bye.